Hi everyone, I'm Mare, aka Sin City _ Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. Welcome to Flosstube number 9, where I talk mainly about cross stitch. I wasn't sure if I should name this Flosstube number 9 or Flosstube Extra. If you watched my last video, you'll recall that it ended abruptly, and that's because my laptop died. So but thankfully, I had finished showing you all of my stitching. The only thing that I had left was purchases. So I'm going to start this video with the purchases that I've made in the last month, which really isn't a lot. I've been trying to save my pennies for Stitch New England next month. So I just have a little bit of purchases, and then I'm going to get into my previous Halloween FFOs, so fully finished objects that I've finished over the past several years. Excuse me. And then after that, I will get into kits, like Halloween patterns that I have kitted up and ready to go. So let me get started with the purchases. So this is my Fabric of the Month Club from Garand Stitchery, and this one is called Eternal Flame. It's an 18 count Aida, and the dyer is Seraphim Fabrics. So very, very pretty, like orange, some purple and yellows in there. It's kind of washed out. It's a little more bright than what it's showing, but it would be really great for a Halloween piece, because it's got quite a bit of orange. It's not showing at all, but there's that. And then I also purchased one of these, I think it was from Wonder Stitch, one of those Mill Hill frames. You can put your perforated paper in here, and it will hold. It makes it easier to hold your piece to stitch. Unfortunately, I bought the wrong size. I think this is like the smallest size that they have, and I really was looking for something that would fit this one. This is a kit that my son had given me several years ago for my birthday that I really want to get started on, and I measured it, and it was a 6x6, but I still somehow managed to order the wrong size frame, but that's fine. I have smaller kits that I can use this with, and I mean, it's not like I can't stitch a Mill Hill kit without one of these frames. I've done it for years, but it just makes it a little easier to hold on to. So maybe my husband can make something for me, a bigger one. We'll see. And then I got this at Michael's. It's got little, like, shelves, so you could put little trinkets, I don't know, little potions in there, but I thought I would just do a finish and put it right on there, cover that. So I thought that was really cute from Michael's. It was maybe $8. And then I got this kit. I had been wanting this kit for several years, and Joann's, I finally saw it was on sale at Joann's, so I picked it up. And then I guess the last thing is I got the Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box, and they had asked that we not share it for about a week. I've had it maybe 10 days now. I live in Nevada and they're in Utah, so I think they shipped it on Monday and I got it on Wednesday, so pretty quick. It was pretty quick. So I think it's okay that I share it now, because I think most people should have theirs by now. But if you don't, and you don't want the surprise to be ruined, just, fast forward like 5 minutes, and because right after this, I'm going to start the finishing the FFO parade. So in the Sip and Stitch, they always include, now this is the first box that I've ever gotten from them, but they always include like a mug or something to drink out of, a drinking vessel. So this is really cute. It's like shaped like a cauldron. Very, very heavy, so you could use it as a mug, or they said you could just use it as a decoration. Maybe put something in there and use it as a decoration. And then they gave us 3 patterns. Also some stickers. And all of these stickers are like motifs in their patterns. So the first pattern, let's see, the pattern is on the chart is on the same sheet as the actual pattern, so I'm going to cover it up, but it's a little like a Quaker pillow, very cute. And they gave us this pattern called Tricks. No tricks, just treats. And we got the finishing pack for that. So the fabrics and the trims and I don't know where, I think I put that with my other finishing pack, so I don't have that right here. But they gave us all the DMC to stitch that pattern, and also it should be enough to stitch this one as well. So, and they gave us the hoop, so you can paint the hoop to finish that. And actually, you know what? Okay, where did I put that? That cauldron that I just showed you? Well, I don't know what I did with it. That's really bizarre. It's big. I don't know how oh, over here. Look it. I think that this might actually work. I can stitch this and yay, and then maybe put some flowers out at the top, like the that might work. Okay, and then what else was in there? Oh, some cute little charms and some candy corn floss drops. So very cool. Like I said, I've never gotten one of their boxes before, and I'm definitely going to be getting more in the future. I think they said they put out maybe 3 a year, but it's a really, really great value. I mean, you really get a lot. And everything I will use. I'm not normally a mystery box person, because sometimes you get things that you have no use for, but I would definitely use everything in that box. Okay, and I lied. I do have a few more things. I have some charts that I picked up from Silver State Stitch Shop. I was there last month for a UFO club, UFO club is something that Jessica started to kind of get us to fully finish more of our things. So basically, at once a month you go in, you pay $10, you can sit and stitch all day, and then you bring in anything that you fully finished that month, and she measures it and gives you points, and then at the end of a whole year, whoever has the most points can win a gift card. That's the value of all of the money that people paid to attend the UFO club. So I usually, whenever I go there, I have a hard time like not shopping and purchasing patterns, but this one is Faded Flag. I've wanted this one since it came out, but it was always sold out, so I was really excited to see that she had this. This is by October House Fiber Arts, and then I also got October House Fiber Arts Pumpkin Row. So cute. And I got, this is a new to me designer, Boulder Valley Stitching. This is Quaker Pumpkin. And you all know how much I love Quakers. And this is hands-on design, folk art. Jessica had the model for this in her shop, and I've been wanting to get this for months, and she finally, I guess it was released last year. Well, it was part of a retreat last year, and it was finally released to everyone for during Needlework Marketplace. just last month. So I was able to pick that up. And she also had the board, which I purchased I think I showed it in the last video. And then lastly, I got Reynard from Stacy Nash, which also came out during needlework marketplace that just happened in October. So one of her animal crackers. So cute. I love it. Can't wait to start on that one too. So a lot of stitching in my future. Okay, so then I'm going to move on to my previous Halloween FFOs. So let's see. This one is the Prairie Schooler called Boo to You. This was in a pattern that I think there was maybe 6 or 7 different designs in it. And I purchased this frame from an antique shop last year, and I thought that this piece would be perfect for it. So I really like that done. I think I stitched it on 14 count black Aida, just using white DMC and that orange. I don't remember what the orange color was, but I do eventually want to stitch all the other ones in that book. They are so cute. This one is, let's see, I wrote it down somewhere here. Trouble Driving a Stick by Frony Ritter Designs from the 2021 Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine. I stitched it on a 14 count blue Aida that I dyed myself, and then I just cut it. This is I think I purchased this from Target, this piece, like several years ago. It was a chalkboard, and I cut the piece to fit that and put some trim on it, glued it on there, and then I just had this little spider charm that I stuck on there. So I think this one came out really cute. Okay. And then my next one is Fear the Reaper. This is by Wild Violet Designs. Made this into a pillow. And I did dye that fabric. I was in her pattern. It's actually, the blue is a lot darker, and I couldn't quite get my fabric that dark. But I did dye this myself, and it's just using black and white, and I think there's a gray in there in the moon. And I just made it into a pillow. And put some rickrack down the side. So, and then the next one is, this one is Halloween by Emily Call Stitching. She is on Etsy, and her patterns are in local needle workshops as well. But not one of my favorite finishes. Like, I love the pattern, but my finishing is not the best, not my favorite. But I'd stitched this on a 16 count Aida by Be Stitch Me. I believe it's cinnamon is the color. It was in one of her Fabric of the Month clubs a few years ago. And I just put a bulb pin with the charm and some buttons, and that's the back. So there's that one. And I probably have about 20 of these to show you, so but I'll go fast. This one is Grave Fellows by Lindy Stitches, and I know that this one was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I think it was 2020 Just Cross Stitch magazine, either like the Halloween special edition or I think it was the Halloween special edition. But she has also released this in a booklet with a bunch of other small Halloween patterns that you can get on her website. This pillow. You know, when you do fully finishing, you either win some or you lose some. Some come out better than you expect, some not so great. I don't know what is up. This is so wonky. This is going to be a definite redo. I really am not happy with how this pillow came out. It's just, it's so misshapen. So I'm definitely going to take this apart and maybe re-sew it, redo it into a pillow, or find something else to do with it. But yeah, it's kind of, I mean, the pattern is so cute, but my finishing is not the best. And it's stuffed with walnut shells. Very, very heavy. Actually, and the finishing is so bad that like the walnut shells are falling out onto my table. Not good. Okay, Spooky Halloween. This one is by Abbey Rose Designs. Again, I dyed the fabric myself. I think if I were to do this over again, I probably would have chosen a different colored fabric. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this one. It's on a board that I thrifted. It actually is supposed to hang like this, but I just set it into an easel. And, you know, rick-rack. There's some candy corn fabric back here. And then I use that same candy corn fabric to make little leaves, cut out little leaves. And then these black leaves I had already from something. Stuck a little charm in there. And that is Spooky Halloween by Abbey Rose Designs. And let's see, so that was the 6th one. Okay, so the 7th and 8th one that I have to show you is by Shannon Christine Designs. These were in an issue of World of Cross Stitching magazine from quite a while ago. I don't remember the exact issue or the year, but I did stitch these in 2020, so it was 2020 or earlier that these were in the magazine. But they've also since been released by her, and I'll show you that in a minute. But here's the first one, and it's called Owl Silhouette. And this is actually in my early finishing days, so all I did was like, it's on, I think it's like on just on sticky board. There's no batting in the board, just in the piece itself. And again, I just I put a hanger on it, but I think I just display this on some stick on an easel. So that one is done in black, and I think it's just stitched on an Ada. And then I liked that pattern so much that I stitched it a second time, and this time I used a purple variegated floss. So this is on an easel that I painted black. I thrifted this and then painted it black. There's board back here that I you know, put batting on and fabric, and then this stuff is this. And I'm not sure what this is called, but that I stuck that on top of the fabric. And then the bow is from, I think, Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. And then I put these flowers on the top, which I believe are also from the Dollar Tree. So, yeah, that's that one. And again, those are from Shannon Christine Designs, and they were in a World of Cross Stitch magazine, but she has now released them, and they are, there's actually 4 patterns. It's called Halloween Silhouette, and I think originally they were maybe all released in various issues of World of Cross Stitch magazine, and now she's got them all like, I think this is just one pattern now that you can purchase. This screenshot is from, I think it's from Everything Cross Stitch, but Shannon Christine also has it for sale on her website for a couple dollars cheaper, and hers is green. The background is green on the one that she's showing on her website. Okay, so then this one here is called, I think this one is Halloween Squared by Pickel Barrel Designs. This was from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, October 2020. It's on fabric that I dyed myself, and I believe I used all the called for colors, and it's just magnetized on there. I don't know. I guess I thought maybe at one time I would maybe switch it out, but I don't. I just leave it on this. And I feel like there was something up here covering that hole that maybe fell off. I don't know. So that is Halloween Squared by Pickel Barrel Designs. And I'm just going to pause for a moment and clean this mess up, and then I'm going to grab the rest of them. Okay. Next, I have 3 charts that I stitched years and years ago, probably in the 90s, I think. And they are all freebies that you can find on the Crawly website. So it's crawly.com. This first one is called Checkers the Pumpkin. Originally had this one finished in a ceramic frame with pumpkins all over it, but a couple of years ago it broke. So I refinished it. Sorry, my Alexa, my music just started on its own downstairs. So I was like, what is that? Where are those voices coming from? Alexa, stop. So this is just on a wooden ornament piece. Again, it's not the best finishing job. It's kind of wonky, but I'm bummed that that frame broke because that was absolutely perfect for this. But so this is a freebie from the Crawly website. This whole pumpkin here, except for the black, and then the berries were all done in Crawly. So the pattern is free, but you do have to purchase the Crawly. However, you can just use like a variegated floss or whatever floss you want. You don't have to use Crawly. At the time that I was stitched these, I didn't know any better. I didn't know that you could, you know, just change out the colors. I always did exactly as the pattern called for. Now I know better. Like if I were to redo this, I might not use the Crawly. I would probably use, like I said, a variegated or something. The other one that came from the Crawly website is called Imogene Witch. So cute. I love her. She's it's on some light blue Ada, and there isn't a whole lot of Crawly in this one. I think the Crawly is only like those swirly bits, and then I just added some buttons and just popped her in this frame. I mean, I've had this since like the 90s. I still put her out every year. I just absolutely love her. And that is Imogene Witch. And then the third one that I got from Crawly. So if you go to crawly.com and you click like you put in free patterns, and then it I think there's an option you can click cross stitch, and then they have like Halloween, I think they have Christmas, and then they have like another folder that's just all it's a mix of different holidays like Easter, St. Patrick's Day, and then there's a folder that's just for like angels. But this one is called Happy Jack. So the pumpkin itself is all Crawly. And I believe the hats and the rest of it, yeah, the hat and the leaves are just DMC. But the pumpkin is all Crawly. And I don't ever recall having an issue stitching with Crawly. I know a lot of people, it's controversial. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't ever remember having any issues with it at the time. I don't know that I would enjoy stitching with it now, but back then I didn't have any issues. So I framed this myself. I cut the matting. I think it's just maybe cardstock or something, but I cut it. It's not quite straight. I still have some cobwebs on it from when I had it displayed last year. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could redo it, but it's not that bad. I think I might leave it like this and just it kind of is a reminder of how far I've come in my finishing since the 90s. Okay, so those are all my older pieces that I stitched in the 90s. Let me cross those off my list. Okay. I had to go, a lot of these I didn't remember, like the name of the pattern, the designer, where they came from, so I had to go back and research, and because a lot of these were stitched before I started keeping track, and some of them I had to ask my sister because she stitched some of the same ones and she like knew right off the bat what they were. My memory isn't as good as hers. So I know I've shown this one several times. This is Clement. It's from Mama Loves You GB. It's a beaded kit. Like a lot of it is cross stitch, and then like his wings have beads, and then there's some beads around his eyes, and then some black sequins, and it's so cute. I love this one. She has a whole series of owls, so I have purchased a few more, and I do plan on stitching them someday, but I love this guy. This one is called Witch Silhouette, and it is from a Halloween just cross stitch magazine, 2022, and it's by Hannah Bridget Designs. I stitched this on a, it's a mystery fabric from Be Stitch Me. I had gotten like a pack of mystery fabrics, but it's a blue with like sparkles, like opalescence. So pretty. And then I had an oval frame that I painted black, and then I put on some of this trim. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of looks like roses. But I absolutely love this one. And there's batting in here. And I just hang this on my tree. I have a little, can't see it, it's off to the side there, but I hang that on the tree. This one I did not stitch. This was, a friend had stitched this one for me. So cute. Look at that little ghosty button. So that one also goes on my tree. This one is a Durene Jones, and this one is called Sign of the Cat. It was in 2018 Halloween edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine, and it's by Durene Jones. This is on some Aida that I dyed myself. It's got like a little bit of green and orange and gray in it, and it just is an ornament, another ornament that hangs on my tree. There's some cording. I didn't make this cording. I think this cording probably came from a pair of shorts or something. And I just used it for trim on this guy. Let's see, this next one is Halloween, I think it's called Halloween Parade by Luminous Fiber Arts. And this was in a Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. This is on a printed Aida that I, Claire Brown cross stitch from the UK, but she's no longer in business. And actually, if you watched my last video, I had an FFO of Halloween Witch shoes, and it's the same fabric I used for this one and that one. And just done in a black Aida and a frame that I purchased from a local store that's no longer in business. But I love this one. I love how it came out. I love the frame. Oh, this is I think one of the first ones I just showed you was that in a skeleton frame. And at the same time that I bought that one, I bought this one because I thought this would be really cute for a finish. But I actually kind of like that photo in the center, so I might just keep it like that. So cute. Cute and spooky. This one is, this is, I think, called, what is this one called? I don't know. I think I might have forgotten to look this one up. So, I don't know. I think it was a freebie, but I don't know who designed it or where it came from. But it's on a spider web fabric, again from Claire Brown, who's no longer in business. It's printed fabric, but I think you can get that fabric from other places, possibly Fabric Flare. And just put some spider web on it and a little spider. It's stitched in all black. If you're interested in this one, just comment below, or if you know the designer and where it's from, comment below. I know I'm pretty sure it's a freebie. Okay. Oh, this is just a little one that I made. It's from October 2022, just Cross Stitch magazine, called Trick or Treat Trio. There was a Frankenstein, which I've stitched a couple of times, and then this one is a ghost. This one I actually made and sent to my son last year in a care package. Oh, maybe it was 2 years ago. Might have been 2 years ago. And so yeah, I just made it into a little card for him. So those are nice, quick, easy little stitches. It was, again, it was called Trick or Treat Trio in the October 2022 Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I don't know the designer, but I can look it up. I mean, I have the magazine. I just forgot to write it down on my paper here. Okay, just a few more. This one is Hilde's Hayride by Bendy Stitchy Designs. It's on a mint green Ada. This was such a fun stitch. It's a little, the frame I purchased again at that local store that has since gone out of business, but I love the frame, but it's a little too small for that piece. So I might eventually do, find another frame for this or figure out another finishing for this. But for now, I think it's fine. And then I have, this is one of my favorites. I love this piece so much. This is Creepy Crawly Alphabet by Emily Call Designs on Etsy. I stitched this one a couple years ago. Again, it's on that spiderweb, cobweb printed fabric. I made it into a flat fold. The only problem is I accidentally did it sideways instead of, normally it's like up and down. So it opens sideways instead, but it works. It's fine. It still stands up. And then just some cording on the sides. This one is called Witchy Brew, and it was designed by Witchy Stitches, who I had never heard of before. I mean, I've heard of Witchy Stitcher, but this one is Witchy Stitches. It's on a 32 count gingham fabric from a craft store that I coffee tea dyed. This was a really fun, quick stitch. It's on that, it's got that candy corn fabric. I think I need to put something up here, but I haven't figured out what to put up there yet. And then it's just some orange rickrack. I'm wondering if I had something up there and it came off, because I don't have a charm on this one, and I only just did this one a year or two ago. And normally I put charms on there so I know when I finished, or when I finished it, but I didn't see a charm on that one, so maybe it fell off. And I think this is the last one. This is Eat, Drink, and Be Scary by Waxing Moon Designs. This is another one of my favorites. I had such a fun time stitching this. This again is on that cobweb fabric. Yeah, I stitched using all the called for colors, and then it came with some buttons. So I really like this one. In a frame, I think. I'm not sure where I got the frame, but yeah. So I guess that is it for all of my previous fully finished cross stitch pieces. I'm going to show you some Halloween patterns that I have kitted up. Most of these I've had kitted up for about a year, because I was planning on doing the 24 and 24, which was an idea, I believe, created by Pam of Just Keep Stitching, where you have 24 new starts in 2024. So I was going to do 2 a month, and I had them all like kitted up and ready to go. And half of those 24, I was going to do 1 Halloween start a month because I have so many Halloween patterns. And I did well like the first few months of the year, and then I somehow just got off the rails and just kind of abandoned the whole thing and just was starting whatever. So I still have a lot of them that are kitted up, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to start them. I'm hoping soon, but let me go grab those and I will show you. Okay, first I just want to show you my shirt. Don't cross me. I purchased this last year from Madison. She is the daughter of Curly Girl Crafter. They have a Flosstube that they do together called Unfinished Stitches. So if you go visit her Flosstube, I'm sure she has her Etsy store linked below. She designs all kinds of cool t-shirts for cross stitch. I forgot her Etsy. Her Etsy does not have anything to do with cross stitch. It's like PhD something. I don't remember. It's been a while, but she has it linked in the bottom of their Flosstube. And if you haven't watched their Flosstube, I highly recommend. They're a lot of fun. Okay, and they're I think primarily Ada Stitchers. If if that's something that you're interested in. So this first one I'm going to show you is the Tiny Modernist Ornament Series, parts 1 through 4. I thought these were really, really cute. And they'd be quick stitches just to hang, to hang on a tree. But you can also stitch them all together. So she has 2 other patterns with 4 more designs on them, which I don't own yet, but it would be really cute all stitched together. But I think for now I'm just going to do the individual ornaments. And I picked out this fabric. I have no idea what it is. I know it's from Bestitch Me, and I must have stitched something. It looks like I cut it. So I stitched something on the other half, or I'm in the process of stitching something on the other half, but I don't have the tag with this piece, so I don't know what it is. And then I just have like all the DMCs pulled for it. They're just shoved in the bag. They're not, nice and pretty on floss drops or anything, because this should be pretty quick projects, and I normally only put floss drops on projects that are going to take me a long time. I don't like to take the time to put them on floss drops if it's going to be a quick project. I'd rather just spend that time stitching. This one is, this is not even Halloween, but it's a reindeer roundup. I love that. I love that one. I don't know how that one got mixed up in there. That's not even Halloween. This one is Grimm's Haunt. I don't have the fabric picked out for it yet, but I do have all of the fancy floss. And this one I think I showed as a purchase a few videos back, but this is Waxy Moon Designs, which is Brew Pub. It's all done in black, so I just have to pick a black thread, but I have this fabric by Lakeside Needlecraft called Ancient Scroll. It's a printed fabric, so pretty close. I don't think, it's not the called for. The called for is actually Valor by Picture This Plus, but it's pretty close to the photo. So I have that one ready to go. Just need to grab a black floss. And then, oh, this one, I was in the Liz Matthews Patreon for about, I don't know, 18 months. I just stopped in June, but this one came out last, like October, September, and it is called Quaker October Quakers. It's black and white, but basically it's just one color. It's done in DMC 3031, and I did get the called for fabric. which is Muted Sedona by Fiber on a Whim. This is a 32 count Lugana. Very, very pretty color. And then, you know, with the 3031 DMC. So that one should not take too long once I get it started. I don't know when that's going to be. I really want to focus on trying to get as many of my older whips done as possible right now. Because I have almost 40 whips, which is kind of a lot for me. I mean, I had always been a monogamous stitcher until about 3-4 years ago when I started watching Flosstube, and then all of the enabling. So this is the one that I had shown you, like I did this one in that skeleton frame, the Boo to You by Prairie Schooler. So I do want to eventually do all of them, or most of them, I guess. And I do have some black Murano in here. Yeah, black Murano, black Monaco Vintage by Charles Craft. But some of these patterns are done like on a neutral, so I still need to pick a neutral fabric for those. But I have all the DMC. It doesn't take very many DMC. And this is in a project bag that I made myself. I use these little tags to tell me what's in it. I didn't write on that one yet, but just a little charm. Oh, this one is, I showed this a while ago. Gwen by Nora Corbett. Love this one. I bought this one a couple years ago at Stitcher's Paradise. I have all of the beads. I have all of the floss. I've already got the floss on these Atom Heart floss drops. I think I was just, when I showed it last time, I was just trying to figure out what fabric I wanted to use. So I had two picked out. 32 count Elixir by XJU Designs, which is this green. And I have Light Taupe Lugana. This one is a 32 count. I guess they're both 32 count. So yeah, one is a linen and then this one is Lugana. So I was just trying to decide which fabric I wanted to use for that one. Still deciding. I'll make a once I finally decide to start it, then I will make a decision. But this is in a bag that I made. This is the envelope style that Vonna Pfeiffer, she has a tutorial on how to make the envelope style bags. My next one is Halloween Crystal Ball. This is in another bag that I made. And I recently made this zipper pull to go on it. So, what is in here? What is it? I say, oh, Halloween Crystal Ball. This one is another Tiny Modernist design. This actually was a stitch along a few years ago, and I didn't participate in it then, but once it was all done, I just absolutely loved the pattern, so I bought it. You have to buy, it comes in 3 parts, so you have to buy all 3 parts. That's what it looks like. And I purchased the called for fabric, which I don't, there's no tag on it. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's a brownish gray color. And then I have all of the DMC in my fancy plastic bag. I will probably floss drop those at some point because I think this will be somewhat of a long-term project. Okay. Only well, 4 more, I guess. So the next one is in this bag, which used to house my Dragon Affairs that I showed the finish of in my last video. My sister made this zipper pull for me. This one is, I showed this one, I had just received several months ago, but this is Lakeside Needlecraft. It's designed by Durene Jones exclusively for Lakeside Needlecraft, and they are in the UK, so if you want this pattern you have to order it through them. Spooky Halloween, I just love this. Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world is stitching this. This is one of her older whips, and every time she does a whip parade, I'm like, oh, I love that. So I finally broke down and purchased it, and I got the called for fabric, which is a printed, it's called Pumpkin, printed 28 count even weave from Lakeside Linen. And then I got all of the called for. So basically it's just some DMC and then these neon colors that are also DMC. I'm not sure if, is that called Light Effects? I'm not sure what that's called, but it's E980 and E990. And then just some black and some white. But actually this is E940. And that, it was a whole kit, and it also came with a needle minder. So cute. So I'm really anxious to get started on this one too someday. I don't know, I need to come up with a plan. And if any of you have any of these patterns that I'm showing and you want to start them, let me know, because I'd be happy to stitch them with you. Okay, this one is in another bag that I made. Love the kitties and the pumpkins. And another zipper pull that I made recently. The only problem with this bag is the zipper is really, really tight. Okay, this one, I was in a floss Facebook group called Halloween Cross Stitch Challenge group. It was run by Anna, and she had tons of challenges. And there was one, I don't even remember what the challenge was, but I won, and I won this chart, ABC Halloween by Lizzie Kate. And it came with all of the flosses. And then I've got it kitted up with, I believe this is a 14 count Murky. Yes, 14 count Murky by Picture This Plus. So that is going to be a fun one too. I've had this one for a couple of years. I really need to get going on that. Two more. This one is Halloween Tiny Town. This is in a bag that I made again. Another zipper pull that I made. So I'm sure you've all seen this one. This is Halloween Tiny Town. And it has, I have the frills. All of her Tiny Towns come with an extra. Well, they don't come, I mean, you have to purchase it separately, but it's called a frill, and you can either add it on to your Tiny Town or you can stitch it separately. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but, and I got the called for, is it? No, it's not called for. What is the called for? Called for is 32 count Legacy Linen. I'm going to use 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I got all the DMC, so it's all kitted up and ready to go. tiny towns are usually pretty quick too. I mean, I could probably stitch this in less than a week maybe. Or a week. I just need to get started on that. And then my last one, which is in another bag that I made. This is actually the same fabric as this one. It's just opposite. So, this one is called Happy Halloween. This is another zipper pull I made, which is, oh, it's stuck in the zipper. That's where it's going. Actually, I mean, this just came pretty much like this on a string of beads, and I just cut part of it off and stuck it on a ring. This one is called Happy Halloween by Silver Creek Samplers. This was in a magazine at some point, and I don't know what magazine, but I actually have kitted it up with some Wicked Stepmother flosses and some color and cotton, so I picked my own colors for it. And I have this picked out. I guess I'm not 100% sure if this is what I'm going to use for that or not, but this is Live and Die LA. It's called This is Halloween, and it's a 16 count Ada. So very, very pretty. I love her fabrics. I'm stitching Summer Quaker by Leela Studios on one of her 20 count fabrics. And it's so nice to stitch on, but I don't know, what do you think? What do you think of these colors on this fabric? I know my lighting is still not good. I've got like a ring light, I've got a lamp over here, I've got windows open, but haven't quite gotten the lighting right yet. And then this is, again, this would be the pattern. So I think that's everything that I have to show today. Those are all of my Halloween kitted projects and FFOs. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to my channel, so then I know I'm not very consistent with when I upload videos. So by subscribing and even hitting that little bell to notify you of when I upload videos, you'll know, because like I said, I'm not consistent. So it's not like you can be like, oh, well, every other Saturday or every other whatever, you know. I'm not, sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's 3 weeks, you never know. So if you just subscribe, and then when you open up your YouTube and you go down to your subscriptions, any new videos that people that you've subscribed to, whenever they post a new video, it should pop up there. I appreciate all of your comments. I enjoy reading your comments. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope that everyone is doing well. I will see you in a few weeks. Bye.